I'm reading chapter 2 in First Peter, and it's talking about how we should submit ourselves to authority, because God places everyone in authority above us, for His good purpose, His reason, for good and evil. And you skip on down here, and it's basically saying in verse 19, this is a gracious thing when we are being mindful of God. One endures sorrows while suffering unjustly. For what credit is it if when you sin and are beaten for it, you endure? Basically saying, if you did the crime and you are punished for that crime, what honor is in there? Like, because you did what you were supposed to, you served your time or whatever. But when you do good and you suffer for it, you endure this, and you suffer for it, you endure. This is a gracious thing in the sight of God. And it's crazy to think that, but here's the thing. We have to be, the key word in this whole thing in verse 19 is mindful of God. Mindful of God. We have to continue to tell ourselves, mindful of God. Because what did Jesus do? He suffered unjustly for you, for me, for all of mankind. He submitted to authority, doing good in the name of God, his Father. And he submitted to God. So in whatever situation we may find ourselves in, maybe we have an awful boss, maybe he's dealing with us unjustly, whatever the case, we need to be in submission and to honor him in whatever that they ask us to do. I mean, I'm not saying in case it goes against like the Lord himself, and we know that it's wrong, we shouldn't, but I'm saying as far as doing good and suffering unjustly, that is a gracious thing. There is honor there. It's a gracious thing in the sight of God. And that's just it, because guess what? Jesus suffered unjustly. He suffered it all for you and for me. And Peter, he reiterates all that. He committed no sin, neither deceit found in his mouth. When he was reviled, he did not revile in return. When he was suffered, he did not threaten, but continued entrusting himself to him who judges justly. Entrusting, commit to, he invested, he had his confidence in God, the one who judges fairly, the one who judges justly. He bore our sins for us, so we should be able to bear